Hello everyone, today I thought I would make a quick video talking about what I expect from the Attack on Titan rerun that we will be getting this year. So it's pretty obvious, they did make patch notes saying that, we will be getting collaboration this year, hopefully in the first half. And that means that it will probably be Attack on Titan. They said long awaited, unless it's some random other collaboration they're going to do that we don't care about and they've just put the title long awaited there. If it's Stranger Things, well then, they're going to be making a big loss because practically no one's going to summon unless they're a whale, unless they really refix their characters. With Attack on Titan, they've got some hype around it. It's pretty likely it'll be AOT. So what you're probably going to expect is mainly a massive rework on things like stats, like 174 at level 100 SA6 is really bad. Imagine if I give him attack crit dam, he's still not even reaching. He's not even going to reach 200% crit damage. And his crit chance is horrible. His lifesteal is also very good. His defensive skills aren't the best, but they're also not the worst. Pierce rate resistance horrible. Regenerate, stuff like that, just normal stats. But I think stuff that will need to be reworked will be skills. I'm not sure if Despair is probably the best. Of course, his passive does work very well with Despair. I do see what they were going for him. This is like a self-healing skill for him as well. He can heal the team. His passive makes it so he always crits the person with the lowest percentage of HP, which is, very useful. His ultimate cancels buffs and stances. Not the best, but I see it could be somewhat useful. The fact that demon teams are back in. You've got Queen Diane you can cancel stances from. You've got Versta a goddess team today, like the first time in years. So there you go. There's another team. You've got Chandler. You can remove his stance. Stuff like that. He's actually not too bad. I do think that like characters like this Rerun, they will not change. This Rerun will stay the same. His stats will stay the same. He's an SR character. He was given 6/6 for free. His passive doesn't really make sense. Shouldn't it be more damage to giants? But cancel stances, not too bad, not the worst, but of course he won't be a PvP character, he'll end up being, just a box CC character like the SR Slime Rimuru. And then we go on to Mixa. So Mixa is probably the one I see being the most promising. Her passive will definitely need to be reworked, her cards would definitely need to be reworked. Bleed does not work in today's meta. And she's literally the only character in the game to have a secret technique normal card that has a horrible 80% multiplier. 80%. You could have one card in hand and you're only doing 100% to all enemies with no effect. Not only that, her stats are horrible. It's 143% crit damage. SA6. I know her passive increases all her stats. Like, increases all her stats by 3%, so in theory you'd be getting 30% more stats. Right? Levi's does more crit damage. She does have more crit chance, but Levi still has more crit damage. Levi still has higher defensive stats. She will have a lot higher. She might have high. Yeah, she will have higher pierce rate and higher resistance. But if you think about it, she's gonna have 65% crit chance. You're still not critting. Even with 65%, you ain't critting. Like Rem, I had like 115% crit chance on Rem on my Rem full collab character review video. She still didn't crit. She didn't crit a single time. Or maybe she may have crit once, but she didn't crit on the new characters a single time. If they want to make these characters good, or even like plausible for like people to summon on it, they've got to make them decent, or half decent at least. Like this is like horrendous. Like you have to get max passive, which means that her other allies. Just saying, this does not include her. So you can only get 2 stacks. Let's say you can only get 6 stacks on turn 1 if they use 3 AoE skills. Which is like, yes, you get 18% all stats, but at that point you're dead. Her CC is so low, it's unbelievable. Her ultimate isn't too bad. It's like the Raftalia ultimate, but single target, so it will hit very hard. Of course, after they rework her and do all of that stuff, she'll probably be better. I reckon they'll give this passive the Milim treatment. What I mean by that is, Milim's passive took you to play 10 cards to get her passive maxed out. No, it only takes 4. The percentage is still the same, but playing 4 cards instead of 10 is much better. I'd just make this 4 times. If they made this 4 times, it would be fine. No one would complain. Like, actually, no one would complain. 4 times, 2 AoE skills, boom, she's got the 30% increased stats. Of course, should end up getting a relic. All these characters will end up getting relics. Maybe the SR Aaron will get a relic. He probably won't, because of course SR character. On to the final one, which is probably the one they're gonna have to rework the most, and that's Aaron. He's the second transform unit in the game. Increased damage dealt for every. This could still be plausible if he gets a good relic and is reworked well. His stats. Oh my goodness, 18%. Okay, let's just say I was to fully super awaken him, right? 18 plus 6, so we got 6%. 6%. He gains. You have 24% crit chance. I would just like to inform you, this guy has no way to buff his crit chance, and it's only 34%, which is horrible. You could say, oh yeah, Levi had less, right? Or like Levi had like, I don't know, like a little bit higher. How is that good? Levi's passive makes it so he guarantee crits. He can guarantee crit enemies that can't even be crit. He can still crit them. Yeah. He probably ended up being a whole different character. I don't think I actually got his free cosmetic. I think it was behind that really hard event that was out. Cards wise, this isn't going to be useful. There's so much cleanse in the meta. This would only be good if you're just not versing it. If you're not versing a Purgatory melee, it might not be the worst, but the damage multiplier is like level 1, 120, level 2, 120. Why doesn't it go up? Just to increase the damage, or why don't you just like, okay, so this is 120 with the effect. This is 120. This is a high multiplier with the effect. This is a even higher multiplier with the effect for 2 turns. There you go. This card's like the Dairy Green Dairy AoE, but single target. Still not that good. His ultimate, rushing his ultimate would not give you anything. If I then change into his Titan form, which it doesn't actually show. It used to actually show the Titan form. Oh yeah, also now he's somehow a giant race. Within brackets, Titan. I don't understand why I'm going to have a whole video on the race of collaboration characters, because it's a little bit triggering. Of course, when he transforms, he does gain a stat increase and immune to ultimate disable. But he's not immune to dissolve. He's not immune to attack disable. He's not immune to freeze. He's not immune to stun. Like all these like problems, he's. Let's just say versing Festival Merlin, not Lolly, the other one, the big one. You have stun on your Aaron. He gets stunned. What do you do? And how long does the transformation last? Like 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 5 turns. And you only get a 10% attack-related stat, defense, and HP increase. Of course, this is the scale with ultimate level, but the 30% attack lower, I can actually show you. 15, 6, you get 35%. But that attack lower still stays the same. If you think about it, Essenor can't be attack lowered. A big threat in PvP can't be attack lowered. But then what are you going to do? You can't do anything. You get absolutely minced. And of course they will be adding new characters, possibly 2, maybe more. I do think AOT as a rerun will probably need more than 2 characters, because we're at a point in the show, spoilers, in Season 4 at least. You've got like Armin, the Colossal Titan. You know, they could add him. You've got Mikasa, completely different from the original seasons. You've got Levi, completely different. You've got Eren, who's on a he'll probably end up being a character, because of course he's the main character of the show. But then you've got like Reiner, like the Armored Titan. Like, what are they going to do with this stuff? Is he gonna? Are we gonna get him in the game? We're gonna get Annie. Annie's back. We're gonna get Annie. She's the female Titan. You know, you've got the Jaw Titan. You've got the Cart. Or they won't do the Cart Titan. You've got the Beast Titan as well. Like, what are they gonna do? They've got so much to cram into this collaboration that they could just add 4 new characters. They could literally get away with adding 4 new characters, and it still probably wouldn't even be enough, and people still wouldn't be happy. This is the problem they're currently having with AOT. Is that there's so many characters they could add. Which one are they going to add? How are they going to work? How are they going to interact with other things? What are they going to do? Stuff like that. I just hope that they're able to execute in a way that after 3 years, these characters can see the light, because these characters have been dead for 3 years. They dropped in 2020. It's now 2023, and they're still not good. Which I think is a slight problem. Like, I would love to make a full character collaboration review on these guys, but there's no point, because let's just say later on this year they'll probably end up getting full reworks. I'll have to make another video on them, which, you know, cool, like it's content in that, but I might as well wait Instead of me having to make then 2 whole videos, I can just make one of the relevant character. Because these characters are not relevant. You know, if I made a video, it's like an hour long. Let's just say it takes me like 3 hours to record it. It's not going to be worth it, because no one's going to want to watch a video of SR Aaron getting abused in PvP. That's all you'll see. You know, he's not useful in any demons. You know, you can't use him. A red demon, the demon he could literally be used on is the easiest demon in the game. You could literally just put on SR characters and stick on auto, and it would still be it. Even on the hardest difficulty. I just do hope they're able to just fix it. Because if they're talking about first half of this year, right, I'm going to go into some... I currently have the calendar open on my other monitor. Unfortunately, I can't bring it to the monitor that you can currently see. So February, we're getting Global Festival, right? And... Wait, yeah, let me just quickly go back a second. So, I'm going to talk about the months that we cannot get this collaboration in, which is February and May. That leaves us with March, April, and June. Because I said first half, and first half would have been June. I don't think they're going to do it in June. My thought is we're probably going to get it around March, April time. Mainly because most collaborations that we have gotten, we've got a collaboration every March and April. Last year we got Slime, the year before that we got Stranger Things and ReZero. And I believe the time before that it was in May. That's when Global was first released in 2020, and that was Slime. So it's like in March, April time sees the most plausible for the collaboration. June is probably when it could be as well. So please do bear that in mind, that it will be either March, April, or June. It won't be May, because that's JP anniversary. It won't be February, because that's global anniversary. That only leaves us with June, March, and April. One of them will be a Ragnarok update, so either March or April will be a Ragnarok update, because May will be a Sin, because of course it's a JP anniversary. My bet is probably on April. I think that they might go for February, they're going to go for a Global Annie, and then March they're going to go for, what's it called, like a Ragnarok character. April they'll go for the collaboration, straight into another Sin anniversary. Of course that's just my thoughts, just my theories. I could be completely off, but March, April, and June are the only 3 months I can see us possibly getting a collaboration. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.